Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Hope everyone has joined, right? And let others join, right? They will continue to join meanwhile the session is going on. So, before we start, I'd like to ask you that if there are any question, please be clear with questions you have for previous sessions, right? Make sure that you don't have any doubt in previous session, right? So, am I audible? First of all, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay, great. Okay, so today Harshal sir will be joining late as he is busy with something. So I'll be continuing with conditional statements that we have started yesterday. I have put two quiz on Edmodo, right? So you might have seen it. I request you to attempt those quiz, right? It's very easy. You don't have to spend much of the time in attempting those quiz, right? Those who have not attempted, please attempt it before 23rd, right? For quiz number 2 also, the deadline is 23rd. Okay, so please go through that quiz and attempt the all the questions, right? We are not looking for any evaluation. We are not judging you people. Make sure that you just attempt it, right? So that you will understand that what kind of questions might be asked and what you have to study related to Python, right? So that is our main goal for keeping this quiz, right? And later on, we'll be giving weekly exercise also. Earlier, we had thought that we'll be going for daily exercises, but I think many of you are busy with your daily routines and examinations. So we'll keep it weekly, right? So we will give you weekly exercises. So let us start with today's session, right? And let us just work with Python again. And our today's agenda will be starting with conditional statements, right? And then if time permits, we'll be going for loops, right? So conditional statement and loops both are known as control structures, right? So they control the flow of the execution, right? And I'll show you how it controls the flow of the execution, how it is related, right? And it will be totally, practical session, right? And if you have any doubt, you can post it in the comment box. Today, Arshad sir is not there, uh, and he will join near about 3 to 3:30, right? And meanwhile, I'll be going through chat boxes after each and every concept I complete, right? And I'll going through all your doubts, right? And if you think that you have immediate doubt, you can unmute yourself and you can ask. Okay. So let us start today's session. Hope my screen is visible to everyone. Yes or no? Screen is visible.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay, great. Okay, so let us move to the yesterday's idea only, right? Let us move and let us discuss that. What do we have? Okay, fine. So yesterday, if you remember, we have seen this already, right? We have started with conditional statements, and conditional statements are part of control structures, right? So this is very much useful, right, in controlling flow of the execution, right? It generally the flow of execution is sequential in Python. So say for example, if I have 5 statements in Python, I'll start with statement number 1, and then statement number 2 will be executed, and then statement number 3 will be executed. The flow is sequential, right? We want to change this sequential flow. So that can be done using two ways. Either you have to use conditional statement or you can use loops, right? So as we have discussed, right, there are 3 types of conditional statement: single way, double way, and multi-way, right? So we'll discuss what is this single way, double way, and multi-way, and what are the differences between all these three, right? But in single way, again, we have multiple statement, and in double way, again, we have multiple conditional statement, right? So understand this, single way and double way can contain multiple statements. Multi-way, again, it can contain multiple, but to differentiate, I have not mentioned multiple statement over here, right? We'll discuss about it. And yesterday's program was something like this. If user enters first 2 letters of the language, like English is represented by EN, Spanish was represented by SP, Russian was represented by RS, Hindi was represented by HN, and Gujarati was represented by GJ, right? And based on the preference of the user, we are going to greet them, right? Either hello or hola or privet or namaste or kemcho, something like that. Okay. And what we have done over here is we have taken one variable, right? Language is equal to input. Now, can you tell me what is the by default return type of input? Do I need any conversion over here? No.
No, sir.
Yes, by default return type of input is string, and I don't need any
String.
conversion over here because we want data in the form of string, right? So you don't have to say str over here. It's very simple. So lang is equal to input. It's correct syntax. We are asking the user to enter the language by prompting this message. Enter the language of your choice, right? And after doing this, we are saying that if language is equal to en. So what is equal to is equal to? It is comparison operator. So we have seen operators yesterday, and this is one of the comparison operator. We can talk about less than, we can talk about greater than, less than equal to, greater than equal to. This is known as equal to and not equal to, right? There are 6 comparison operators that which we have seen yesterday, right? And here we are comparing language is equal to en, and there is one more comparison operator that we have not seen, right? And that comparison operator known as is, right? Is also used as comparison operator, right? But we'll discuss about is when we'll study list and tuples, right? So is also comparison operator, which can be directly here also, it can be replaced with is. So if I don't keep double equal to, for now is will give you same answer. For now, I'm not going into the details that what is the difference between these two, right? But for now is going to give you the same answer. So language is English, print hello, and your choice is English, right? Now understand this how we are altering the flow of execution, right? So this was my statement number 1, this was my statement number 2, statement number 3, and statement number 4. Now, as we have discussed yesterday, if user enters en, capital E and small n, which is a correct input to be taken, the flow of execution will be 1, 2, 3, 4, right? But let us say if user enters any other language than en, or by mistake he types small e, we have seen that Python is case sensitive, right? So small e won't work, the condition will be false, and the flow of execution will stop at statement number 2. So here also the flow is in sequential. Still we are altering the flow. Why? Because if we are following the flow, all the 4 statements should be executed. But here all the 4 statements are not being executed. Only first and second statement is being executed, and the condition is false. Nothing will be displayed on the screen, right? So let us execute this. Why I'm executing it? Because I have replaced double equal to with is, and is known as operator, right? Let me just execute it. Right, it is asking me for the language. Let me enter the correct one, that is en, right? Oh, right. Lang is en, language is en. Just a second. Okay, lang was, let me just verify it. Gives you true. Okay, so is doesn't work with this condition thing, right? It just gives you true. So we'll go through it when we'll study list, because we have to deal with the mutability and immutability concept, and we are not diving in that mutability and immutability concept right now. So for now we'll keep it double equal to. I'll show the difference between these two once we'll study about list, right? So here the choice is English, very simple, and the condition was true, and the statements are being executed, right? This is known as single single way condition. So how you can represent this single way? Understand this. Let me open just a screen. Just a second, let it get loaded so that I can explain you the single way, double way, and multi-way with the help of diagram, right? So, till that point of time, let us move to the next concept, right? So here you can do it like this over in the script mode also. If uh, let us say num1 is equal to 5, and you can do it like this also. If num1 is less than 10, print num1 lesser than. Very simple scenario. I'm pressing enter. Once you press enter in the interactive mode, if you can see, you are not getting output, right? So what you have to do, you have to press enter twice, right? And if you can see that you are getting the output, and that is num1 is lesser than 10, right? So once you are working in interactive mode, press enter twice, then and then you will get the output, right? In script mode, you don't have to do anything, right? Now understand this thing. This was your discussed yesterday also. Once you use conditional statement, you have to use colon. Colon indicates start of new block, right? And once you write a new statement after colon, it should be indented. Indentation means you have to give 4 white blank spaces, right? And this is also in the same block. So if you keep the same indentation, the statements are in the same block. So in C, we generally represent it like this, right? What we do in C, we close the block over here, right? But as we don't have brackets in Python, right, this will be represented by indentation, right? So this is just for your understanding. Don't use brackets, right? This is one block in C, but when you use same indentation in Python, that is also considered as one block, right? So make it very clear. You don't have any doubt with this, right? Just launch the new classroom. Okay, till that point of time, let us say now I want to work with another language. So I'll check if language is equal to what should be the next choice? SP, right? Which means Spanish, right? What I have to say? Print hola, right? And then I'll say print or choice is Spanish. Right? This is just I'm repeating the stuff with Spanish, right? So if someone chooses Spanish, this should also work, right? Let me just copy paste this block, right? And we are going to do it 5 times for Russian, for Hindi, and for Gujarati, right? So let me just make it over here. Spanish is done. Let me make it Russian. Let me make it Hindi, and the last one is Gujarati, right? Someone says Russian. How do you greet it? You call it privet. Privet means hi. It is informal way to say hello, right? And you will be saying your choice is Russian. Okay. Hindi we call it as Namaste, right? And we'll say your choice is Hindi. And in Gujarati we'll say intro. And here it should be Gujarati. Now understand this how this works, right? So I'll be giving you numbers to all the statements. So this will be statement number 5. This will be statement number 6. This will be statement number 7, 8, 9, and 10, 11, why I am giving this statement number so that you can understand that how execution happens, right? 13, this should be 14, should be 15, and last one should be 16. Okay. Meanwhile, hope the screen is open. Yeah. So I want to draw something over here. Let us understand that how it works. And understand that this is single way. So we are moving on the road, right? So this is our sequential execution. Statements are executed in sequence, right? And some obstacle comes in between over here, right? So that is our condition. What is this obstacle? This is our condition, right? Now, in one way, what happens, if that condition is true, right, you can move ahead, right? If this condition is false, there is no alternative way, right? So there is no other path like this. This is not possible in single way conditions, right? I'm just deleting this line, right? This is not possible in way condition, right? So understand this. What is this line? You are moving on the road with a continuous accelerator. Some obstacle comes in between, right? If you have proper answer for that, dealing with that obstacle, you can move ahead. Otherwise, you have to stop over there, right? So the program won't execute the block within it, right? So you can access the next road, which is the block within the if condition. If your condition or if your obstacle, you are allowed to clear it, right? So if this is true, right, what we call it as, if this is, to make it black. So if this is true, right, if this is true, you can move ahead. Very simple scenario, right? So there is no alternative path in one way, right? But when you talk about two way, right, you are moving on the road, right? There is an obstacle. We can call it as condition, right? If that condition is true, you are allowed to move on that road. If condition is false, there is one more alternative road, right? So if it is true, you will be moving in this direction. If it is false, you will be moving in this direction. Very simple scenario, right? So I'm talking it in a layman language, right? So one way, condition is true, you are allowed to access that block. Two way, if condition is true, access some block. If condition is false, access another block. So there are two paths for this, right? So let us understand this in programming way. But before we move to the two-way statements, right, let us consider this statements. Now, can you tell me what kind of diagrams will be drawn for here? So if you see the diagram for this particular programming case, I'm talking about this, if language is EN, if language is SP, if language is RS, the diagrams will be something like this, right? 1, 2. This all are single way statements, right? So diagram will be something like this. Understand this, right? And it can go to as many as you want, right? So this is dash dash. And what is that condition? User has to enter language over here. This is English. Someone might enter Spanish, right? So if they enter it correctly, you are allowed to move. Hindi, something like this, right? So there are multiple roads, right? This is single road, and from that road there are two paths. Say for example, we are moving to Parul, and from Parul, either we can go to the hospital or we can go to the Limda, right? So same, this is two way, but here there are no alternatives. There is only single way, right? So if you are moving on Parul, you can go to the Apollo side only. There is only one way, right? So that is the case, right? This is how it works. There are multiple paths over here. This is not multi-way. Understand this. This is multiple. Understand this. This is multiple. So this is not multi-way. Understand very well. This is known as multiple, because there are multiple paths into it. Now, so how this works? To understand this, I want answer from you people. Say for example, if I'm running this code and someone enters SP, what will be the execution sequence for this? Which statements will be executed? Tell me.
1, 2,
Yeah. 1,
3
2, 3.
and 3 and 4 and 5. 5,
3
6,
and 4
7.
will be executed. Are you sure about it?
No, 3 and 4 is not executed. If condition is true, then it's executed. But 2 is also
No,
executed.
I'm telling that user is entering SP. User is entering SP.
1. Then 3 and 4 is not executed, but condition is always checked. 2 is
Okay.
also 2 is executed
2 is executed. Great.
up to
Then
and then after condition is false, then it directly jump to the 5, and if it
yes,
is 2, then 6 and 7 also are
yes.
executed.
Okay. After 6 and 7, whether 8 will be executed or not.
No, condition is already satisfied, then it's like
Then okay. So this is partially correct, right? Because I'll tell you the reason behind it. So as you know that I'm writing the sequence, let me say user is entering SP. Understand this, right? So my choice is pretty much clear, right? My choice is Spanish, right? Now what will be executed? So statement number 1, it's always going to get executed. Understand that, right? Because 1 is taking input from the user, it is in by default flow of the execution, right? Now statement number 2, condition statement is always executed. So now what will happen? Language is what? SP, right? So I'll check SP is equal to EN. No, it's not correct, right? So it's false. When it is false, this two statement, which is in the block, this is known as block of this if statement, right? So when this is false, block of this particular if condition won't be executed. What is the block? Statement number 3 and statement number 4 are part of this block. So they will be skipped. So understand this, we are changing our sequential flow over here. Instead of following 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, now it is 1, 2. And as you know, this condition is false. Next condition will be checked. What is the next condition? If language is equal to SP, that is statement number 5. So now your sequence will be something like this: 1, 2, and directly 5. 3 and 4 will be skipped, block will be skipped, right? Now, what is our entry by user? User has entered SP. So SP is equal to SP. Yes, condition is true, right? When condition is true, within that condition will be executed. So this is block of this SP condition. So after 1, 2, and 5, what will be executed? 6 and 7 will be executed. Now up to this point, there is no doubt, right? 1, 2 is executed. Condition was false, so 3 and 4 they are skipped. We have altered the flow of the execution. That's why they are known as control structure, because they can control the flow of execution, right? So that's why they are known as control structure. So 3 and 4 will be skipped. Condition number or statement number 5 will be executed. Condition will be checked. Condition is true, so block will be executed, and that is how we are executing 6 and 7 also. Now understand that program is not ending over here. Program is not ending over here, right? What is going to happen is, after finishing this particular execution, again condition will be checked. Why? Because it is just if, as I told you, there are multiple parts of this. This is not multi-way, multiple parts of this. So we have to follow each and every path one time at least when the program is executed, right? So we'll check over here whether the language is RS or not. Now, as you know, language is SP, so SP is equal to RS. Condition is false, right? But condition is always checked. So what is the execution flow? Statement number 8 will be executed. Condition is false, so 9 and 10 won't be executed. Again, this is condition, so condition will be executed. So statement number 11 is going to get executed. 12 and 30 will be skipped, and the last one is statement number 14 is also going to execute it. 15 and 16 will be skipped because our choice is SP, not GJ, HN, or RS, right? So this will be the execution flow: 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11, and 14, right? So hope this is clear to you. This is multiple if conditions. Any doubt in this? Any doubt in this? Any questions in this? So if I execute it, our answer will be pretty simple. It will be Ola and your choice is Spanish. So my choice was what? SP, right? And it says Ola and your choice is Spanish, right? Am I audible? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So any doubt in this? If you have any doubt, please ask me, right? It's very important to understand this case, right? How multiple and multi-way works, right? This is multiple. We are going to follow each and every path at least one time. At least one time. Understand this. This is at least once, right? So we are going to check each and every condition, right? If it is true, we can move ahead. If it is false, we cannot move ahead. Very simple scenario, right? So hope you don't have any doubt in this. So now let us move to the next case. Now I'd like to discuss one more thing over here is, if you can see how we have separated blocks, we have separated blocks with space, right? So this is one block. These two print statements are one block. So how you can terminate blocks? So in C, it was very simple. We can start with curly bracket and we'll end with the curly bracket again, right? And end of the ending curly bracket will indicate this is end of the block. But as you know, there are no brackets in Python, right? No brackets in Python, right? So we indicate blocks by spaces. So these two print statements are within one block. We want to end the block. What we'll do, we'll come back to the normal indentation. This is known as zero indentation or normal indentation, right? So we'll come back to the normal indentation and it is part of the block. So understand this, this is end of the block. These two statements are part of the block. Again, statements are part of which block? Language is equal to SP block, right? Again, we are ending the block by coming back to the normal indentation over here, right? So this is how you start and end the block. There are no brackets. So once you are working with spaces, you have to be pretty much clear, right? Understand this, I'm giving two more spaces over here, right? In this first block, I'm giving two more spaces over here. So they are not within same indentation, right? Let me just run it. Can you see this? It is giving me syntax error on the screen. What is this syntax error? Unexpected indent, and it is highlighting at this point, right? So why they're giving me? Because they are not at same indentation level, right? So again, if I come back, if I run this code, now it will work, right? So this is how it works. Make sure it is clear to you that you have to use same spaces for defining block. You cannot use 3 spaces over here and 4 spaces for the next statement. It is not allowed in Python. Indentation level should be same. Okay. Now let us work with 3 spaces if we can work with it or not. Okay, I'm just removing it for now, right? I'm just removing it for now, right? Let me execute it. This is also working, right? So I have not given 4 spaces. See this, I've just given 3 spaces. 1, 2, okay. Yeah, 1 and 2 only, not even 3. 1 and 2 only, right? Still it is working. Why? Because for all the statements we have given only 2 spaces, right? We have to make it very clear, right? But we'll press a tab from the beginning point so that there is no confusion regarding indentation. And let me just paste the code again. Right, so this is how indentation works, and you have to be pretty much clear. It is not always 4 white spaces. Sometimes you might use 2 white spaces, but for all the cases you have to keep it 2, right? So that is how it works, indentation works. Now let us move to the next part, that is double way, right? So how double way works, right? So let us say that someone comes from South Africa, or someone comes from Abu Dhabi, or someone comes from Dubai, right? They don't know this kind of languages, right? So EN, SP, RS, HN, GJ, they are not known to them, right? So what we want to do, so we want to create a special case for them, right? Let us say print your choice is not from the and this, right? Your choice is not from the mentioned list. Very simple. And then I'll say print. If you have any other choice, I'll say hi, right? Not hello, but hi. It is common only use the greeting word hi, right? So now understand this, what is this else? So similar to if, else is also keyword, right? Once you use this else, right, there is no condition after else. See this, there is no condition after else, right? And immediately we say colon, right? And as you know, colon indicates what? Colon indicates start of new block. So you can represent else like this also, right? See this. I'm giving one more example. Let us say num1 is equal to 10, right? Now I can say if num1 is less than 100, print. What we are going to say? Num1 is lesser than 100. Very simple. But if, for example, I want to keep else over here. Okay. Let me go back. Else, right? And again, I'm going to say print num1 is greater than 100, right? So how this is two-way? Understand this. If num1 is less than 100, if condition is true, follow this path. If condition is false, else indicates condition is false. So what, when else block will be executed? When this condition is false. So else says when num1 is not less than 100, execute this, num1 is greater than 100, right? So this is how else works. So if true, execute this line. If false, execute this line, right? This is how it works. Let us press enter twice, right? And right now it says num1 is lesser than 100. Why? Because the current value of num1 is 10. So 10 is lesser than 100. So it is giving you answer equals to true, right? Any doubt up to this point? So this is how two-way works. As I've drawn on the screen, we are moving on the road, right? We are checking for value of num1. If it is less than 100, move on this true path. If it is greater than 100, move it on the false path. So this is known as two-way execution, right? That is why we call it as two-way. Okay, either true or false. Very simple scenario. Okay. Any doubt up to this point? Hello.
No, sir.
Okay, fine. If you have any doubt, you can put it in the chat box. Let me check the chat box now. Okay, so fine. Okay, they have replied about the questions which I have asked. Okay, good enough. Right, we will discuss about next case now. So what is going to happen over here is understand the execution flow. Now this is very, very important to understand what happens over here. Can you tell me that this particular else which I have written it is associated with all the if condition like en, sp, rs, hn and gj, or it is related with gj only? Tell me, please. The else condition, the else part which I have written over here, is it related to the all conditions mentioned over here like en, sp, rs, hn and gj, or is it related to the last condition gj only? Any answer? Yeah.
It's only the last
For
condition.
Yeah, it's obviously it is related to the last condition only, right? So understand this. If language is en, fine. We are going to print hello. Your choice is English. And what is going to printed next also? This line is going to printed. Why? Because language is not gj, language is what? En. So it checks. This is our two-way only. Rest of the things works as multiple if conditions. This is our two-way only, right? So if language is not gj, any language except gj, it is always going to print your choice is not from the mentioned list. From the mentioned list, print hi, right? So let me run this code, right? I'm going to enter over here is, I'm going to enter en over here. So there will be two outputs. Please check, right? It says hello because the greeting message for English was hello. Your choice is English. And as your language is not GJ, right? It executes the else part. Your choice is not from the mentioned list. Hi. this is not what we expected, right? We want it to be like, if choice is not from all these languages, we have to select. Let me add this participant. Yeah, so if choice is not from all this language, this should be the last option. We wanted it like this, right? But what is happening over here? Here we are checking if choice is not GJ, you have not chosen any language from the list. We have already chosen language from the list, isn't it? We have chosen EN, right? Still it is saying that you have not chosen any language from the mentioned list, right? So what we have to do? One way to do this is you can replace it like this. Very simple scenario I'm showing to you, right? I'll be putting else for each and every if cases. Understand this? I'll be putting else for each and every if cases. Right? Understand this? Are you getting it? Yes. What it will do now? It will check language is EN. Yes. If it is not EN, execute this. If language is SP, yes. If it is not SP, execute this. Now this is going to add burden to our case, isn't it? When I use else for each and every if condition, let us see what trouble we are making for us. Right? Let me say I'm entering SP. Right? So SP was my second choice. What was the first condition? If language is EN. So language is not EN, right? So we will go to else part. Language is SP. Yes, it is true. So true part will be executed. Else will be skipped. Language is Russian. No. So again, else will be executed. So see this, how many times we are repeating this. Your choice is not from the mentioned list. High. Your choice is not from the mentioned list. High. So instead of getting it for one time, we have increased our trouble, right? So both the ways we are not making it right. Either you can place else at the last case, right? Understand this? This is not working also, right? Putting else for each and every if condition, it is not working. Putting if at the last part, this is not working, right? So how we will make it? How we'll make the solution, right? We want else to be executed when user is not selecting any of the choice, right? If you keep else block for single if blocks, what is going to happen? You are going to get this, your choice is not mentioned, not from the mentioned list many times. If you keep it at the last position, this else will be related to the GJ only, right? So if you enter any of the option except GJ, again you are going to get this message. So we don't want to do that. What we want to achieve is, if user enters any language except all this, then this message should be printed, right? And in this case, multi way if will come into the picture, right? I'm talking about what? Multi way if, right? So understand this. This is not going to work, right? Now, before moving to this sorry, there is echo over here. So before moving to this multi way if, I'd like to show you one more example in this, right? So let us work with it. And you have to tell me whether it is correct way of representing code or not, right?
Yeah.
So I'm choosing something over here.
तो पण नाही करायचे ते companies.
I'll request participant to mute their audio. Thank you. Okay, so let us talk about this. Let us say I'm taking one variable, salary is equal to 50,000, right? So let me take it from the user. Integer into the bracket, input, bracket, enter your salary. Understand this? This is how it works, right? Now I'm saying if salary greater than 50,000, let us say, print print you are getting good salary. Okay, and else print you should work hard to get more salary, right? So this is very simple if else condition or two-way statement, right? If salary is greater than 50,000, right, we are going to executing, we are going to get executed that you are getting good salary, else you should work hard to get more salary. This is very simple scenario, right? Now understand this. Say for example, user enters 50,000. Okay, let me save it. Let me call it as exam x2, right? Now let us say user is going to enter 50,000. Can you tell me what will be the answer or which statement will be printed over here? Hello? Hello? हेलो
हाँ
Am I
हेलो
audible? हाँ, कहाँ से रुक गया था? Is it working? Kalpa madam, can you help me with this? From which point the audio was not available to me? Kalpa madam? Am I audible?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay,
sir.
okay. Okay.
Sir,
So,
greater than you enter 50,000, but is greater than 50,000. So else part is executed because greater than and equal to.
yes, yes. Obviously, right? So understand this. I entered 50,000 over here, right? And my condition was greater than 50,000. Understand this. So what is going to be executed? Else
Else,
part is going to be executed, right? The condition is false. It is not greater than, it is equal to, right? So else part is going to be executed. You should work hard to get more salary. Understand this, right? Now, what I want to teach you over here, or what I want to tell you over here, is very important thing. Say for example, here I am adding something. Let us say print your salary is, add with the spellings, it doesn't matter in the string, right? So your salary, let me just, your salary is, I'm just printing the value of that variable, right? Now if I add one more statement within the block, right, and if I repeat else block over here, this will be executed. Understand this, right? So let us say now I'm entering 51,000, right? So condition is true, right? And it will say that you are getting good salary. Your salary is 51,000, right? This is pretty much clear. But understand this, when I do it like this, I take it to the normal indentation, right? This print is part of this if condition. This particular print, you are getting good salary, is part of this if condition. But this particular print, it is outside the if condition. Understand this, right? Print, when you take this print to the normal indentation, it is outside the if conditions, right? So when I execute this block, what is going to happen? Whether it is going to get executed successfully or it is going to give me an error, right? Let me say I'm going to enter 50,000 over here. So my condition is false. So let us assume that scenario, salary is 50,000 and I'm going to execute this code. What is going to happen? Whether it is going to get executed successfully or it will prompt me an error.
sir,
Oh,
it is
question is, yeah, yes, please.
no, sir. It is executed.
It is executed.
50,000. 50,000 and else part is also executed. Then after.
Else part will be executed.
Maybe.
Any other answer? Any other answer from the participant side? Hello.
Sir, if condition is satisfied, then you are
Okay.
getting good salary and print statement is executed. If condition is not satisfied, then
Yes.
if print your salary is salary and else part will execute it.
Else part will be executed. Okay, let us run it. As you have said that this is going to get executed. Okay, we have some response in the chat box even. Okay, 50,000 and else part. Okay, fine. So let us just try to execute it and let us see what happens. It says it is invalid syntax. The code is not being executed, right? This is very important because so many times when this kind of exam or question is asked in examination or interview, most of the programmers makes mistake over here, right? You need to understand this in detail, right? When you are working with if and else block, if you are ending if block, immediately it should start with else block. Understand this. When you are ending if block, immediately it should start with else block. This is not immediate starting of else block because we have one statement in between. This is print your salary, right? So it is not immediate start of else block. Understand this, right? So when I remove it, this is going to work, right? There is no error. And if I enter 50,000, it is going to execute else block. Okay? Understand this. This should start immediately. I cannot do it like this. I cannot add one more statement over here, print hello. Very simple, right? So even if I move this statement within the indentation, this is also an error because these two statements are within the if block, but else block is not starting immediately after if block, right? What happens here, else becomes orphan, अनाथ बन जाता है वो. क्यों अनाथ बन जाता है? यहाँ पे आपने ब्लॉक एंड कर दिया, राइट? ब्लॉक एंड कर दिया मतलब if statement block is over, if statement is over, right? So this else is related to which if we don't know, right? There is no if corresponding to this particular else if you write this syntax like this, right? But when I move this within the block, this will be executed, right? Understand this. This is very important case to understand, right? When I execute it, say this, I'm entering salary to be 51,000. Again, condition is true, and these three statements are executed, right? But again, if I move back to these two normal indentation, and if I execute, it is going to give me a syntax error, right? So hope this idea is clear to you. Any doubt in this? Hello?
No,
Any
sir.
doubt in this?
No, sir.
Yeah. Okay, great. Okay. Now let us move back to our normal program. This was our program and we wanted this to be correct, right? If someone enters outside this choice, then it should be printed that your choice is not correct. So you have to select proper choice, something like that, right? So what you can do is this. Before moving to the multi-way if, I'd like to show you one more case, right? How it works, understand this. When I move this if within this, right? And then move this if within this. And this if also within this. Understand this. This is called as if else ladder because we are creating some structure like a ladder, right? So understand this, how it works. Now this is something different than the previous example. What we are going to do, if my language is equals to English, print hello. Your choice is English. And if language is equal to SP, tell me whether Ola will be executed ever. Tell me. Ola is going to get executed or it won't be executed for all the
It will be executed.
Okay. When it will be executed, what will be the condition?
Sir, when the language is equals to English,
Yeah.
because it's inside the block of the first if statement.
Okay. Understand this. Your first answer is correct. If language is equals to English, we are going to print hello. We are going to print your choice is English. Now this comes within the block of this English, right? But the statement is going to get checked. If language is equal to SP. Now what was language? If it is English, then and then it can go over here. Understand this. if it is English, if statement number 2 is true, it can move to statement number 5, right? Statement number 2 is false, it is not going to execute this SP. Understand this, right? So if it is English, it is not going to become SP. It is not going to become SP. Yes or no? So if it is English, SP is not going to get executed. Why? Language is English, this block will be true, and then this condition will be checked, statement number 5 will be checked. But as language is English, it is not going to become SP. So this statement number 6 and 7 for this program, it is never going to get executed. अगर आप इसी स्ट्रक्चर में प्रोग्राम लिखते हो, स्टेटमेंट नंबर 6, स्टेटमेंट नंबर 7 कभी भी एग्जीक्यूट नहीं होंगे. इट इज नॉट गोइंग टू एग्जीक्यूट, इट इज नेवर गोइंग टू बी get executed. Which statements? Statement number 6 and statement number 7, right? Similar to that, understand this, if language is equal to RS, it is never going to become HN, and if it is not going to become HN, it is never going to get this particular line to be executed, right? GJ won't be executed, right? So if statement number 8 is true, 9 and 10 is going to execute it, but 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, they are okay. 11 will be executed, and for 11 will be executed. 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16, they are not going to get executed. Similar to this, here 6 and 7 are never going to get executed, right? So understand this. This might be the question, that which statement from this program is never going to get executed. So statement number 6 and 7, statement number 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16, that is never going to get executed. Now one more case. This particular else is related to which if? This particular else is related to which if? Can you answer, please?
So the one with the Russian statement.
Yes. If language is equal to RS, this else is related to this RS part. Why? Because they are in same indentation. Now understand this, if I change it like this, right? Now else is related to what?
Hindi.
Hindi, obviously, right? Now else is related to Hindi. I'm moving it one more time. Now else is related to what?
Gujarati.
Gujarati, right? So this is how indentation works. See this, this is how you are specifying the block. Getting it? So now it is related to Gujarati. Again, if I move back by one indentation, right, it will be related to Hindi. Okay, now in this case, it is related to Hindi. And if I move back to the normal indentation, it is related to Russian, RS, right? So this is how it works. This is known as ladder, right? So it is combination of if and if else, right? So if you draw the structure, this is something like different than what we have seen till now, right? If you draw the structure, it will look like this. There is a single way if. Now, within a if, there can be multiple ifs. So within a if, there can be multiple if, right? So once this if gets executed, there can be multiple if, right? And then there will be two-way, right? So either this or this, okay? And again, there will be two-way, either this or this, right? So we are going to create a structure like this with ladders, right? But always ladders are not easy to implement, or they are, you know, a bit confusing, right? So solution for this is people prefer multi-way if with ladders, right? So how multi-way if works, right? So multi-way if works like this. You are moving on the road. You can go to path number 1. You can go to path number 2. You can go to path number 3. You can go to path number 4. And there can be n number of paths. There is no restriction. You can move to n number of paths. And again, from this path, you can move to any paths. It depends on the ladder what you are going to create, right? So understand this, how we are going to get getting started with multi-way if, right? So multiply if is nothing but it is combination of else statement along with if statement, right? So how I can represent it? I'm removing the whole code, right? And see this. If I'm going to implement it in proper way without using multiple if, I can do it like this. If, so within else I have if condition. So if language is equal to en, if it is not en, go to the false part, go to the else part. Language can be language is equal to sp. Let me add the participant. When was that? Is equal to sp. Let me just copy paste this. This is how you can implement with ladder, and later on I'm going to show it with multi-way if. Right? Voila. Your choices. Spanish. Let me remove this comment parts because now they are no more useful. Okay. Now understand this. What is missing over here? What is missing over here? Something
Colon.
colon is missing.
Colon.
Okay. What is required over here before print?
Indentation.
Indentation.
Yeah, great. Okay, indentation is required. Now understand this. Again, I'm going to create one more ladder. Else. Right? Within else, again, I'm going to take one more if. If language is equal to, if it is not English, if it is not Spanish, it might be Russian. Right? And then I'm going to say, yeah, it's correct. I'm going to say print with and that should be indentation over here. Your choice is what? Your choice is Russian. Now, can you tell me syntax for Gujarati or Hindi? Where I should put else? Tell me, what should be the indentation of this next else? Is this correct? Is this
Yes,
correct?
sir.
This is correct, but this will be else with English. We want else with Russian. Where I should put else?
Just below the if statement for the Russian one.
Yes.
Yes.
Now this is correct indentation. Understand this, right? So else, again, what should be the next case? If language is equal to HN, Hindi, right? Print what? Namaste. And your choice is Hindi. Okay. Very simple scenario, right? Okay, what is missing? Indentation is missing. What is missing over here? Colon is missing. This is the biggest mistake programmers do. They forgot this colon. Yeah, there is a question in the chat box. How is that question? Oh, it's blank. Fine. If you have any question, you can unmute your mic because I'm typing. It is very difficult to work parallelly with chat box and typing, right? Now, again, if it is not Hindi, I'll put else block over here. And there will be if block. I'll be saying language is equal to GJ, which is Gujarati. Print and show. There should be indentation and colon, right? And print our choices. Your choice is Gujarati, right? Very simple scenario. Say for example, I want to put the last case. If choice is not any of this, I want to prompt the user, please enter proper choice. So where I'll be putting my else condition? Tell me. Where I'll be putting my else condition? If choice is not any of them, I want to tell user that choose proper language. Where I should put my else condition, or it is not possible with this case. Tell me. Any solution from your side? Say for example, if I put another else over here, right? There will be two else for this first if English. So this is not correct. अगर आप else यहाँ पे रखते हो तो पहले वाले if English के लिए दो else हो जाएंगे. So this is not the correct way of representing it. If I keep it with one indentation, SP के लिए दो else हो जाएंगे. If I keep it for if I keep it for one more indentation, RS के लिए दो else हो जाएंगे. यहाँ पे HN के लिए दो else हो जाएंगे. और लास्ट में रखेंगे else, right? So it might happen that someone is entering, let us say CR, any random two words, C and R, right? It doesn't match anyone, right? ये if condition true नहीं है, so इसका else, ठीक है? ये condition true नहीं है, इसका else, so else के अंदर जाएगा. ये condition true नहीं है, इसका else इसके अंदर जाएगा. When it is not true, so last else will be executed, which will be saying print enter correct choice. Getting it? So let me just start with EN. Okay, it says your choice is English. Great. Let me rerun it. Let me check any other random thing. HN says Namaste, your choice is Hindi. Great. Let me rerun it. Let me say CR. Right, and it says enter your correct choice because your choice is not from the given list, right? So this is how it can work with ladder, but this is a bit complex, right? I have to remember so many things. Indentation I have to take care, right? If I do it wrong indentation for single line, it is going to throw me an error, right? So it is very difficult to remember this indentation and all this stuff. So what is our goal? Our goal is to make it very easy with multi-way conditional statement. But before moving to the multi-way conditional statement, I would like to ask if you have any doubt in this, please let me know. Any doubt in this? Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay, fine. So hope you don't have any doubt in this, right? This is how ladder works, right? We have created else if ladder, right? But ladder is not good choice every time, right? So I'm just creating a very brand new program with you, same program, but with multi-way, right? So let us just repeat the stuff. Input, DC count, what we have written, enter the language of your choice. Of your, right? Now see this how it works. This is very important. If first case will be obviously same. If language is equal to, okay, another mistake that programmers do generally, they do it like this. If language is EN, this is not correct way to compare language variable with EN, right? It should be double equal to. Here you are doing assignment, so it is not going to get executed. So if language is equal to EN, print. I'll be just printing the greeting message now. So I'll be saying hello. Now understand this, what we have done in this case. What we have done, after going for first language English, we have put it in else, and within else we have one more if, right? So what we are going to do over here, understand this. We had else, and after else we had if, right? So else and if, they are used combinedly, right? And when they are used combinedly, there is a special keyword in Python which is known as alif. What is alif? First word of else and if, right? So alif, right? And when I write alif over here, understand this. Right? Alif is what? Language is equal to SP. So alif is nothing but else if. Language is SP, right? Print. Hola. Again there was else, there was if, right? So again I'm going to say alif language is equal to next one was parts. What is missing? Colon is missing. Print width. Again alif language is equal to FN, capital H, print. Say again alif language is equal to ET. Print. Right, and see the last statement. When you use alif is done. Else if is done. What is the last statement? Else, right? So here we can keep else like this, right? Else print enter your, please enter characters. Please understand this. This is how it works. Are you getting it? Now, which one is easier? Both programs behaves almost the same, right? This one is with ladder, and this one is with multi-way if. Which one is easier? Hello.
Multi-way one.
Second one.
Second one, obviously, right? I have to write few lines of code only. Now understand this. This is having one more advantage. What advantage we have? As we have seen over here, if it is English, oh, where it has gone? Yeah, over here. If it is English, else part is not going to get executed. Understand it? Yes or no? When I say language is English, the else part is going to get skipped because this condition is true. False is not going to get executed, right? So this whole code is going to get skipped, right? Similar to that, if it is not English, else is going to get executed. But if it is SP, this else is not going to execute it. So the whole block will be skipped. Yes or no? Same thing is applicable over here. When language is equal to English, this whole thing is going to get skipped. It is false part of English. If it is not English, check the next condition. If it is Spanish, okay, fine. If it is Spanish, this whole block is going to get skipped, right? So let me give statement numbers and you have to tell me that which statements are going to get executed based on the input by user. 3, this is 4, this is 5, 6. You don't have to give these numbers in your program, right? Because this is for your explanation purpose only. It is not hashtag, it is comment. Because when I talk with students, they always say, sir, this is hashtag. This is not hashtag. It is a way of representing comments in Python. Okay. Now, let us say if my choice is HN, can you tell me the sequence? My choice is HN. Anyone? Hello? Yes, please. My choice is HN, Hindi.
1,
1, great.
2, and 4.
4, good,
6,
nice. 4,
and 8 and 9.
6 and 8. and 9. Excellent,
Nine.
excellent. Great, right? So see this. 1, it is going to get executed, obviously. 2, condition will be checked, but condition is false. That's why 3 is not going to get executed. 4, again condition will be checked, but it is not true. So 5 will be skipped. 6, condition will be checked, not true. 7 will be skipped. 8, condition is true. So block within it will be executed. So 9 will be executed. Once this condition is true, rest of the block, that is 10, 11, 12, 13 will be skipped, right? So this is the execution sequence, 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 for HM, right? If I make it GJ, 9 won't be executed, right? Because choice is GJ, block will be skipped. So 9 is skipped, 10, 11, and 12, 13 will be skipped, right? Say for example, someone enters CR. So CR is not present in the choice. So 10 will be executed. 11 won't be executed. It will come to the else part. So 12 will be executed and 13 will be. How execution works in if condition. Any doubt in this? Any doubt in this?
Sir, I have a doubt.
No, sir.
Yes, please.
सर ये जब अगर पहला कंडीशन ही इसमें रॉन्ग हो जाता है तो फिर बाकी की कंडीशंस वो क्यों चेक करेगा?
Because this is एल इफ, दिस इज नॉट इफ. समझो यहाँ पे ये क्या है, एल इफ है. देखो अगर यहाँ पे इफ होता तो कैसे वर्क करता, देखो समझो. अगर यहाँ पे इफ होता तो कैसे वर्क करता. Let us assume that this else is not present for now, right? So if होता तो कैसे वर्क करता. If language is en, if it is not en, false, it will check language is sp. False, language is rs. False, language is hn. False, language is gj. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे हर एक इफ कंडीशन चेक होगी. अच्छा, यहाँ पे लैंग्वेज en है कि नहीं उससे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. अगर en है फिर भी ये नेक्स्ट लाइन चेक होगा. sp है फिर भी ये नेक्स्ट लाइन चेक होगा. rs है फिर भी hn चेक होगा. So it doesn't matter whether it is true or false. Understand this. All the conditions are going to get executed in multiple if. ये multiple if है, देखिए multi way नहीं है, multiple if है. ये वाला एग्जांपल मैं बता रहा हूँ. This is multiple if. So हर एक रोड पे हमें एक बार तो जाना ही है कंपलसरी, right? And this is multi way if. एक बार यहाँ पे पॉइंट पे आ गए तो उस पे से हम सिर्फ एक ही रोड पे एक टाइम पे जा सकते हैं. यहाँ पे हमें हर एक रोड एक बार विजिट करना है. इस केस में हमें क्या करना है, once we move to this point, this obstacle, we can go on either this path or this path or this path. ठीक है, तो हमने उसको किससे सेपरेट किया, एलिफ से सेपरेट किया. सो व्हाट इज एलिफ इज नथिंग बट कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ एल्स एंड इफ. तो अगर पहला कंडीशन ट्रू हो गया समझो यहाँ पे, राइट, एंड आई हैव टू प्रेस एल्स आल्सो, राइट. पहला कंडीशन अगर ट्रू हो गया, ये कंडीशन ट्रू है तो हेलो चेक होगा. इसके बाद ये पूरा ब्लॉक कभी भी एग्जीक्यूट नहीं होगा. ठीक है, तो ये आपका एग्जीक्यूशन टाइम भी बचा रहा है. समझो मल्टीपल इफ में क्या होगा, हर एक कंडीशन एक बार तो एटलीस्ट चेक होगा, वेदर इट इज ट्रू और फॉल्स डजंट मैटर. बट एलिफ में क्या है, अगर पहला कंडीशन ट्रू हो गया तो बाकी के सारे कंडीशन स्किप हो जाएंगे. चलो ठीक है, पहला कंडीशन फॉल्स है, दूसरा कंडीशन ट्रू हो गया, सो रेस्ट ऑफ द कंडीशन विल स्किप. दूसरा भी फॉल्स है, तीसरा कंडीशन ट्रू हो गया, ये सारा स्किप हो जाएगा. चलो सारे कंडीशंस फॉल्स हो गए, एल्स विल बी एग्जीक्यूट. दैट्स व्हाई वी हैव केप्ट एल्स, राइट. सो यहाँ पे ये समझना जरूरी है कि एलिफ क्या है. एलिफ इज कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ एल्स एंड इफ. सो इफ दिस इज फॉल्स, चेक फॉर द नेक्स्ट कंडीशन. इफ दिस इज फॉल्स, चेक फॉर द नेक्स्ट कंडीशन. तो आप जैसे स्विच बनाते हो ना, कि स्विच केस बनाए थे आपने सी में, कि अगर ये केस नहीं है तो ये केस हो सकता है, केस नहीं है तो ये केस हो सकता है. ठीक है, अगर आप कैलकुलेटर बनाओगे, व्हेन यू आर क्रिएटिंग कैलकुलेटर, व्हाट यू आर गोइंग टू डू, इफ इट इज नॉट प्लस इट कैन बी माइनस, इफ इट इज नॉट माइनस इट कैन बी डिवाइड, इफ इट इज नॉट डिवाइड इट कैन बी मल्टीप्लिकेशन. So either of the operator you are going to choose, and if you don't want to choose any operator, there is else part. So hope this idea is clear to you. If you have doubts,
Yes,
you can. Yeah. Okay, great. Okay, so let us move to. Let us stick to this particular example, right? Understand this very important thing in all the cases, right? When you work with single way if, right? So if I write it like this, if 1000 is this new block, understand this, 1000 is 1000, right? Print. Let us say now we can use a Boolean value like this also. As I've discussed yesterday, there are two Boolean values, true and false. So you can print it like this also. If 1000 is 1000, print true. Okay. Now understand that this is not related to this code, right? This is something new. So you can have multiple condition checking in single program. There is no relation between these two blocks, the first block and then this 1000 and 1000, right? Understand this. What is going to return over here? Obviously, let me say example 3. Obviously 1000 is 1000. Let me enter CR, so it is not matching with any of the choice, right? And at last, what is getting printed? Understand this, true is getting printed because 1000 is 1000, we know that, right? If I make it not equal to 1000, so 1000 not equal to 1000, it is false, right? So true is not going to get printed. I'm going to say CR over here, right? True is not printed there. So hope this is clear to you. But what is important over here is when you are working with this kind of example, understand this, our program is working without else also. So if you have only if condition and if you don't have corresponding else, it is absolutely fine with Python. You don't have to worry about it, right? So here also, if I don't want to keep else part, right? I want to restrict my user to a particular choice. User इसमें से कोई एक लैंग्वेज तो चूज करना ही चाहिए, ठीक है? मेरे पास कोई else condition है ही नहीं, ऑप्शन ही नहीं है मेरे पास, right? In that case, I can skip else part, right? And when you don't put else part in Python, that is absolutely fine with Python. This code will work. अगर मैं en या sp या rs enter करता हूँ, so it is going to give me result, right? But if I enter something like CR, I don't have else part, nothing is going to happen. Program is going to work absolutely fine, but it is not going to print please enter correct choice because we have not kept else part, right? So it is not mandatory to keep else part in Python. You can skip else part if you don't like it, right? If or there is no need, rather than saying you don't like it, I'll say if there is no need of else part, don't try to push it mandatory, right? अगर हमने एलिफ यूज किया है तो एल्स होना ही चाहिए, ऐसा जरूरी नहीं है. जैसे मैंने आपको एग्जांपल दिया कैलकुलेटर का, सो कैलकुलेटर में बेसिक मैथ्स ऑपरेशन, देयर आर ओनली 4 बेसिक मैथ्स ऑपरेशन कॉल्ड प्लस माइनस स्टार एंड डिवाइड, मल्टीप्लिकेशन एंड डिवाइड, राइट? So there are no other basic operators, right? So I can check if operator is plus, or else if operator is minus, else if operator is star, else if operator is divide. I don't want to give any other option to user. User has to select options out of this 4 operations only, right? So in that case, I won't put else part, right? Very simple scenario, right? So hope you got it. Else is not mandatory in multi-way if. If it is two-way becomes because of else only, right? So if it is two-way, else is mandatory. For single way and for multi-way, else is not mandatory, right? So अगर if आ रहा है तो else लाना जरूरी नहीं है, समझ लो इसको, ठीक है? Hope you don't have any doubt in this, right? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain one last example with if condition, and then we'll open for question answer session. Or let us say we'll keep it at exercise, right? Let us open it for question answer session. We'll keep that example for exercise. You have to tell me the answer by solving the program, right? And then if you have any doubt in that program, we will discuss it tomorrow, right? So I'll be posting that program today. You try to solve it, right? And if you have any doubt, we will be discussing it tomorrow, right? Now we are open for question answer session. As 6 minutes are left, we can have questions. Yeah, please. Any questions? Okay. Okay, fine. So hope I have solved all your doubts, right? We'll be posting this video today on YouTube and it will be given to you. If you have any question, yeah, okay, maybe saying no. Okay, fine. So hope these conditional statements are clear to you. They are part of control structure. और हमने देखा यहाँ पे भी देखो कैसे control structure का part है. See it over here. How it is part of control structure? Okay, I have removed everything. Yeah, how it is part of control structure? See this. It skips some of the statement. If ES is not true, it skips statement number 3. If SP is not true, it skips statement number 5. So now your execution flow is not sequential. It is changing your execution flow, right? So it can control your execution flow. That's why it is known as control structure, right? Okay. Okay, now I'll hand it over to Harshal, sir.
So today, hope you have enjoyed all the sessions till now, and we had also uploaded the quizzes, and I hope everyone is Tinkering Hub, and those who have written about that they are not receiving the email communications, they can also get connected. Link will remain same for every day, and assignment and code classroom will be remain every day. It will be same. So today we are ending up, as the time does not permit much. Tomorrow we will go ahead with the next, that is the looping. And we will go ahead with the more on data structure, like specifically how to use for a special data structure and introduction to that. And the next day, then onwards, we will go ahead and depth on the data structure. Thank you very much. That's all for today. You may leave.
Okay, thank you, sir. Okay, we can conclude the meeting now. If you have any doubt, you can post it in the comment box. If you don't have any doubt, we can conclude the meeting.